To the surprise of absolutely nobody, I would like to talk about spreadsheets today. This is a spreadsheet that I use with my class when we are doing a lab where they're supposed to look at cells doing mitosis. They have their microscopes and they check out a bunch of cells and they count up how many are in each phase of the cell cycle. So the first student that comes up to my spreadsheet, once they've gathered all of their data, they fill out the first column. So they counted 30 cells in interphase, 8 cells in prophase, and so on. Now this kind of replaces them individually. They take down their own data, and then usually what happens in a normal science lab, they would confer with their table, add up the table data, and then one representative from each table comes up to the board and they would write up their stuff on the whiteboard, and then we would have to get the calculators out and they would have to wait for everyone to be done, do that. Instead, what happens is every individual comes and they put their data in here and it live updates the totals as it goes in. So every student, when they put their data in, they can see the totals changing. So right here, this keeps track of how many of each cell phase has been counted. So you can see this says equals sum of all of these rows here. So I just told it basically add up everything in these rows in order to get this total, and it's the same for all of these. Then I have this pie chart here, which in order to get that, I just took these labels, 1, 2, 3, 4, control, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we are, insert chart. Don't like that chart, so go over here and, let's make it one of those donut charts. That's nice. And that gives you this. Now, the great thing about the chart is, let's say we have another student comes in who finds only 2 in interphase, but they found 50 in prophase. Watch the pie chart. That red slice gets way bigger, but they found 90 in metaphase. Watch the yellow slice. Boom, that gets way bigger. So every student, when they're adding their data in, they can actually see it changing the totals in the process. I have a whole bunch of these other spreadsheets for other labs we do. This one keeps track of dominant recessive traits in the class, who has whether or not it's more common for people to have the dominant trait or recessive. So in this case, widow's peaks, it was actually less common to have a widow's peak, which is a dominant trait in the class, than to have a straight hairline. Most people in the class could roll their tongues, which is a dominant trait. So these spreadsheets are really just kind of fun for different kinds of data collection, and it kind of replaces the tedious calculations that other labs have had in the past.